All right, let's talk about one of the most nerve-wracking moments for any student, the final project presentation. We're going to break it down step by step and give you a framework to turn all that pressure into a seriously powerful performance.
If this is you right now, trust me, you are not alone. This is that moment where months and months of your hard work are about to go under a microscope. So yeah, that pressure is real, it's totally normal, but it does not have to run the show. So in this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how to take all that nervous energy and channel it into a presentation that's clear, confident, and something the jury will actually remember. We've got a simple step-by-step plan to get you there. Here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to face that presentation fear head on. Then we'll focus on how to make a really strong start. After that, we dive into the heart of it, presenting your core research. We'll wrap up with how to end with impact, and finally, I'll let you in on the real secret to confidence.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about those nerves. You know, the fast heartbeat, the shaky hands. Your body's just full of energy for this high-stakes moment. Here's a little mental trick. Instead of calling it anxiety, try reframing it as excitement. Just tell yourself, I'm not nervous. I'm excited to share all my hard work. It's a small shift, but it can totally change how you feel.
Now, let's get into the practical stuff. We're going to own the first 30 seconds. This is so critical. It sets the tone for everything that follows, not just for the audience, but for your own confidence. And the key is simple. Have your opening lines ready to go. This right here is your foundation. It's clean, it's professional, and it immediately shows you're in control. There are no wasted words. Just memorize this, own it, and deliver it with clarity. It'll ground you in the moment from the second you start talking. Now, right after you give your title, add one little personal sentence. Something like, I was really drawn to this topic because. This isn't just filler, okay? This is a strategic move. It instantly turns you from just another student into a passionate researcher. And it gives the jury a reason to connect with you on a human level. Okay, you've nailed the intro, you're feeling good. Now it's time for the main event. You know, the biggest mistake students make here is just listing off a bunch of facts. Don't do that. Instead, you need to tell the story of your research. What was the question you were chasing? What path did you take? And what did you find out? And this is the perfect roadmap for that story. You smoothly transition from your intro to your main objective, you clearly explain how you did what you did, and then you present your results. Following this structure makes your project so easy for the jury to follow, and that keeps them engaged. Let's make this super concrete. Using a direct script like this one leaves zero room for confusion. It tells the jury, plain and simple, what you set out to do and how you did it. Trust me, clarity is your best friend here. And hey, as you're explaining everything, let your visuals do some of the heavy lifting. Our brains process images something like 60,000 times faster than text. So a clean chart or a powerful image doesn't just support what you're saying, it makes your key points land instantly and stick. You gotta show, not just tell. Now, when you get to your results, don't bury the lead. Get straight to the point. Start with a really clear statement of your number one finding. Think of it like the headline of your research. This is the what. State it clearly, state it confidently, and then you can get into the details. But presenting the what is only half the battle. The most critical part, the thing that separates a good presentation from a truly great one, is explaining the so what. What do your findings actually mean? Why do they matter? This is where you show your insight, your critical thinking, and that is what's going to blow the jury away. All right, you've presented all your amazing work, and now it's time to bring it all home. The end of your presentation is what people are going to remember most, so you need to close with a sense of purpose and leave a strong, positive impression. A really powerful conclusion does three things. First, based on everything you found, what's your key recommendation? Second, take a moment to reflect on what you learned during this whole process. And finally, offer a genuine, sincere thank you. And when you weave those three things together, it sounds something like this. See how that covers all the bases? It's forward-looking with a recommendation, it's reflective with your personal growth, and it's professional with that closing. It's just a confident, complete finish. So, we've covered what to say and how to say it, but what about that feeling of confidence itself? It doesn't just magically appear on presentation day. Real confidence is something you build, piece by piece, long before you ever step into that room. Yeah, let's redefine what confidence even is. It's not about being fearless. It's the self-assurance that comes directly from knowing you've done the work. It's that quiet, solid feeling you get when you know deep down that you are prepared. So how do you get that feeling? You practice. Out loud, a lot. And then, I know, it feels awkward, you record yourself. It is the single best tool you have. Watch it back, find 1 or 2 things to improve, maybe your pacing, a filler word, your posture. Then record it again. Confidence isn't born, my friends, it's built in the repetition. And please never forget this. The presentation is just the final 5% of the journey. The real work, the hundreds of hours of research and writing and problem solving, that's already done. You've already climbed the mountain. This is just the victory lap.
So with this structure, with this script, and with the knowledge that your confidence comes from all the preparation you've put in, are you ready? You've done the hard part. Now it's time to go in there and show them. You've got this.